What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Pulse. This is a dialogue between Matias and his higher self. So I'd be referring to Matias as me and to his higher self as I am. I am. How do you feel today? Me. Exhaustion. As if I don't want to do anything. I feel as if a metamorphosis is happening inside of me, and I find myself entering the process of becoming a chrysalis. I just feel the sensation of the wave going down, going into a conscious depression of going inward. I am. This is just a warm up for what you've come to do. Your body's recognizing the things it must let go of in order to move forward now. Me. Today in the pyramid, I was faced with one of the messages that I have long sought to deny, and the things that I was receiving yesterday began to make more sense. Part of my mission, of the things that 900 years ago I have been rejecting. I am. Everything is beginning to exert its force on you. What do you feel? Me. I feel like a kind of existential crisis, but the other way around, instead of losing the sense of things. All the separate stories of my life and my lives begin to make more and more sense. And in that epiphany, instead of feeling euphoria, I feel depression. I am, because the result is exactly what you always denied. Me. I don't want to be what I'm supposed to be. And as much as my mind somehow accepts responsibility, my body continues to deny itself. I feel like I don't want to stop being what I am to be, what I really am. I am. Go from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Both are part of you. You do not stop being a caterpillar when you become a butterfly. You have only raised the vibration of your caterpillar state. Me, still, the caterpillar feels death, not knowing what it will be. I am, but inside you there is the pulse that leads you to know that you will be resurrected. What is your pulse? Me. Yes, I'm sorry. Maybe a part of me started grieving before my time. Since I was little, I have always said that I had agreed to two certain moments of death in this life. One at my 33 years old, and the other at my 87 years. Yesterday I realized that death is near. In the functional story I wrote, La Gran Herencia, my death at the age of 87 in the area of La Esperanza, Rio Negro province, Argentina, was announced by an eclipse that made me know that I had to leave a message in reality parallel, to try again, this time without being afraid to be, and to become who I was supposed to be. That eclipse is this December 14th, 2020. And beyond the fact that I realized this about 4 months or so ago, it is today that I begin to assimilate it. I'm afraid to stop being who I am, or to die during the eclipse. I am. Death is a gift in which you will not lose your I, but you will join me as one, to be I am, a single heartbeat, a single pulse. Me, reborn as someone who excels, adding, not subtracting them. I am. It is the only way to be one, when the parts are integrated. Me, become a full pulse. I am the Sacred Heart, but you are not afraid of this heartbeat in you, but of what it generates in those around you. Me, yes, many times I am what I am for fear of losing those close to me, that they believe that I'm someone else. The typical comment, you have changed, you're not the same as before. I am. People's fear is of change, not of transformation. The change is a medium, 180-degree turn. In a human perspective, it is changing from day to night. By turning your back on someone, by turning on yourself. People fear 108-degree changes because they feel ignored, abandoned, seeing something that they were not used to. And those who changed find themselves seeing a totally new panorama and horizon. And to advance in it, they must leave behind many of those they knew. The path does not ask you to change. On the contrary, it asks you to transform. Transforming is a 360-degree turn, in which turning on you, you observe all the possible horizons and possibilities that you have. You recognize what you could not see because of your back, but you return to your same position with greater knowledge, perspective, wisdom, and capabilities, all ready to be shared with your loved ones and with many more. Changes hurt, transformations expand. Me, I understand, yes. My concern is always what I can generate in others from my pulse. I am. The energies that we generate when we press create magnetic waves and electrical reactions in the environment that surrounds us, which in living organisms, like other people, produce energetic movements that generate discharges that create emotions. Therefore, it is our acts or inactions that also produce great movements outside. And this is what sometimes, out of fear that it will harm others, leads us to hold back on our own truths. How many people deprive themselves of being who they are, knowing that when they act, they will pulse an energy that will make others react with new emotions. But the truth is that you cannot be responsible for how others assimilate the information, but for how you pulse it. You cannot take charge of other people's emotions, only personal intentions. Me. I must be coherent and harmonious with what arises from me for others. But if the positive that I exhale is received as negative by someone, it is not my fault. But it is simply because of the energy filters of that person. I am. Energy communication is like communication in different languages. You get lost in translation. Each one has its own dialect, and there are words that, however identical they may be, mean totally different things to others. Me, like some verbs between Spanish and Argentine that bring a lot of confusion, but humor too. I am. An energetic misinterpretation is the same as a linguistic misinterpretation. A comma or a misplaced period, a spelling error make a difference. But no matter how better you write, if the reader is from another culture or has another level of reading interpretation, the message will be varied no matter what you do. For this reason, you cannot blame yourself for not having control of how others will assimilate the information each of your bosses. But you must take care to put the best of yourself to be the most balanced, harmonious, and coherent pulse possible. Me. Yes, I must take care of myself and not so much about how others receive it. Because if I am coherent, the pulse of my being will come resonant as coherence. I am. Therefore, ask yourself, how and from where do you emit your pulses to the world? This is your homework today. Identify your energetic and emotional projections. Just as the emotions you feel are the product of the reactions of external pulses, each of your own pulses, and by that I mean attitudes, actions, intentions, emotions, expressions, etc., all of them generate reactions in the outer world, causing emotions in those around you. So, what emotions do you generate in others? What do you project? Me. I can say that I manage to identify what I project actively and passively. In the active aspect, I usually seek to provoke emotions on purpose through what I write and communicate, which awakens many emotions in others of all kinds. And in the passive aspect, I have noticed throughout my life that with my indifference or silences, or with my simple absence, strong emotional reactions are generated in others. This makes me understand the importance of my word and my silence. I am. They are your pulses. Each has different ways of provoking emotions in the others. Today is the day to think about what I strike out, and for that you must accept who you are. Fear not. This time you can do it. Me. I take a deep breath, and I know I will. I just have to take advantage of this moment to fall, to understand it. I am. I will be waiting for you at the top of the wave.